Good morning. Still feeling a little bit tired from not sleeping the other night, or not sleeping well. I feel like the family tree project is going to get into design issues that are going to be hard to think about. So I'm hoping that figuring out how to install multiple versions of Elm and maybe looking at how we check dependencies for projects is going to be a little bit more of a straight up problem solution thing. It will be a little bit easier to think about. So I don't know if they actually say anything about that here. Release notes. I don't think the official guide is more focused on beginners. Maybe that'll say something about upgrading in general. It could probably perform to be one of the big reasons for bigger projects. Oh, did he link to a specific branch? Okay. Oh, there's an upgrade guide. Well, wouldn't that be handy? Well, okay, so there is a way to do this. It's just going to be going into every project. What I kind of want is one page to monitor all my projects. Oh, yeah, so this would involve Elm format. Which I'm still, I thought about trying that, but I have not tried it yet. Oh wait, this is... Oh, okay, so that's not really an upgrade guide. It's changes. Installing... Yeah, this is just the one installer. So we can try searching Elm env. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's versions of it published as NPM packages. There's that. So you could use that. Well, you'd have to run things through NPM to get the NPM and env. Shim executables. Oh, right. Yeah, so that's one of the problems. A lot of these path things end up involving a reboot to get things working properly. I might be able to kind of force my way through it the first day without actually rebooting. Oh, is this... Well, I'm sort of using a Git shell, so most of the time, so it would mostly work. The other thing is they had used a thing called asdiff that had an extendable version manager, but okay. So this is also not support Windows. So it would be relying once again on the Git shell to do any of this stuff. So I don't know if it wants to use bash IC or bash profile. Maybe it uses both. Do Git shells support proper curly Q? Man, why can't I type today? Okay, so that's something. It looks like it's the user directory. Oh, and it's specifying the current version, which is probably the stable version. All right, we have to paste this. .asdiff. Do we have a home? Okay. So it's new line dot. What does the dot do? Anyway, if this is user directory, we have a bash RC and a bash profile. And then we want 2 lines in each of them, maybe. Oh, there's that dot again. Does that mean like shell execute? So right now bash RC has the path update that gives us the 18 Elm. Oh, and bash profile is acting as a redirect to bash RC. So I guess that kind of means that should be bash RC. And since this is bash, maybe just reopening the Git shell would do it? Maybe? Oh, no, we need okay. So right now we're interested in is okay. This is usually going to be per project. Well, manage versions, list installed, list available, view current, set current version. Okay, local. Local rights to current working directory tool versions. So, as diff. Well, we're going to want, if we're going to start managing things, we're going to want that version, which is almost certain to exist. I guess it's possible they haven't, the plugin hasn't added 019 yet. How do we get available versions? List available versions. Okay, so it's 18.0. And there was a 17.1, so I guess that's... They took it down. And 19 isn't available yet. Shims, Elm version. So you have to have a way to install versions, right? Oh, build from source, really? Alright, so this is going to be the Elm plugin. It's just straight up failing. Oh, it's a repository of plugins? So is there any issues? Okay. Okay, there's wow. Oh, this is just a plugin list. No, I wanted to jump too. DL.bintray Elm Platform. There's an authorization token for that. Huh. So it's listing this as a version. But returning 404 not found. What's up with that? Has Elm moved? So the official installation. These appear to be on compiler releases now. Oh, I wonder if they've moved. So, like, what? They left the directory and not the files? So that's a direct link. Oh, this is a releases download. Huh. Yeah, maybe they did switch over to this, but there are also releases here. So is this something that we can set up outside of ASDIF? As in we put it in the right place and it's all good? Only the second column. Get download URL. Version, get platform. install path. What's install path? Is that as diff install path? So is that something specifically passed in? This does not list all variables. Well, fine. That's where there used to be a way to do that. Okay, that's not a generally available thing. And releases. Well, there is a binaries. So that might be effectively what they're looking for, but it's not. They're trying to install an operating system named file. Whereas this is just binaries for Windows. Is that what they were called? Okay, yeah, there's just a zip and a tar. Wow. This must have been some automatically produced GitHub stuff, and then this one he actually used GitHub for it. Which means they might have used built bin tray before. Alright, so I don't know enough about the context of how do you do plugin development for supporting more languages? These scripts, list all, install, uninstall maybe. Install path all version. Install must print a string stable list of versions. The path mentioned in asdiff install path. Only place files is the team successful. Checks for the existence of the directory in order to determine if the version of the tool installed. List executables for the specified version of the tool. So I'd essentially have to write my own repository to use this one. Which means we might be back to Elm env. Which 2017. We'll have to see if this one works. Where is it downloading stuff from? Were you the one that was looking at GitHub releases? No, I was looking at Elm for that. Well, there's an Elm Platform installers. Well, there's an Elm Platform. No, that might be local. Yeah, well, this seems like it's building from source. So maybe that's a little bit more breakage prone? And then we have to modify path. So the real path might require a reboot, but we might be able to do a path append in one of the bash files to get working for now. Again, this run a script which does it apparently. You know what I should do though, even though I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. Asdiff Elm plugin. Oh. Okay, so they're already talking about Elm 19 not working. Yes, yeah. Oh, if Elm Platform isn't needed, will this even work? Add Elm Env Ben. Well, it's Elm Env, so we can totally cheat that for now. We should actually and set this up at some point. To your path. Well, actually, this is a shell script, isn't it? It's not going to do any good in yeah, it's not going to do any good in Windows land. So we're back to, which was it, Bash profile? Which we still have open. Ha 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 ha. So now we should be able to restart that. libexec elmenv, no such file or directory. Does this shell handle directory? Oh, there's an additional setup here. Nope. So it seems like it's trying to do something relative to this. Oops. libexec elmenv. Well, wait. So why are we adding the bin path again? So apparently that there's something weird about the way this shell shim works. That normally in bash it's relative to the executable, but in the git bash I can only assume it's relative to the current directory. Alright, well, let's just add libexec instead and see if that works. It works, at least so far. So elm end install. So it has a version of this. Run Haskell. Command not found. This is, no, this is the checkout. Pardon. You didn't mention this is a dependency. And whatever Haskell you're using on your system. Okay. So, does this mean that we actually need to do the setup steps for Elm Platform? Which you did Elm Platform, which does not give me great confidence. No, this is installing the compiler, not... This is not the same as installing the setup for this. Docs. Compiler source? That's installing Elm. There is no developer help on this. It might just be too early. All right, so what we've got here We've got an Elm Platform 018. If we install... Well, maybe... I wish it was clearer what the installer did. Maybe there's actually something in here. It's a config file. Create internet shortcut. Xcopy elm.exe into files bin. Visual Basic Script? nsys, ns. Here's a dat file. The path, remove path. Update path. Okay, Windows shell script, Elm path. Ooh, that's setting a registry key. Yeah, I don't know that I'm ready to have Elm 19 as the default yet. It'd be kind of nice to actually make the 19 upgrade utility in 19. Although I guess there's an argument could be made that you'd want to have someone who hadn't switched over yet to run it, but it'd be just a place to start poking at it. I wish I could see the structure of this easier. Here we go. And we'll see if this needs another layer. Yes. I guess I could have actually extracted that here because this is for OS X, I think. Okay. What does... This is C. Oh. Alright, so does our installer files... No, it gets that as an argument. Make installer? Nis. Insys. Make insys. Is insys some sort of variable? Oh, maybe this is the builder program. Okay. Update path. Maybe nsys calls it with the installation. Yeah, if it's a GUI installer. But what's the default path? Is it a 64 or a 32? Oh, actually. I wonder if that was the problem. It was trying to fetch a 32-bit or a 64-bit. What if they didn't publish a 64-bit? I'd have to override that somehow. Yeah. Insys file? Oh, this has the default. Product registration. Elm. Program files. Maybe that's a system thing from nsys? Or yeah, nsys. As far as which one is like default? So does that mean program files or program files x86, or just whichever is appropriate for the system? Oh, wait a minute, we've got the binary. Surely it says what kind it is. Okay. Windows doesn't know if it's a 32 or 64-bit program. So I guess we just follow the previous one. I don't want to do the installer because it will change my default Elm, and we're not anywhere near having most programs installing that way. All right, program files, x86. Oh, wait. It's not necessarily an Elm Platform, is it? Where was it? All right, I don't need you. You've already been mentioned. Did I close it? Well, this is still Elm compiler. So installers. Our default directory is going to be Elm 019, not Elm Platform. Home, new folder. But now we need to compare that to, yeah, so it was just a binary before. There may have been more in Elm Platform. Okay, so there was an oh yeah, here's all this stuff. So there might still be a bin in the actual setup. Because we got all these support files. Oh, yep. Well, okay, it's commented out. Oh, and then here it is calling update path. Which I guess this will have to do. Well, we'll have to update Windows at some point. Maybe we can come back and run the installer then. But they did want a bin directory. All right, so that should be a reasonably compatible way to do that. So can I actually use Elm Env and not have it do the installations? I don't even think Elm Env is aware of the new naming convention. So that would probably be a no. So to actually run Elm 19 right now, either I need to have either I need to manually list the full path, or I have to set up some little script that rewrites my path in that shell. Do I still have Elm Env? Starting a directory of shims. Oh, but this is going Elm, make Elm, react Elm. Well, it includes Elm. Directory, the same name under Elm and versions. Hey, what letters? Oh. Here you say, Haskell and Cabal is what the prerequisite for this is. But since Elm, this is referencing Elm Platform with the last commit of add 18 support. This has not been updated to Elm 19. And it's expecting to have stuff installed here. If I knew what the format of that was, I might be able to just copy the executables there and then use the switching. I don't necessarily know which part controls that. Alright, well, again, let's see, do I have... perchance a bin alright, so this is trying to cover multiple purposes here. If we assume for the moment we're only going to be dealing with this in Git shells, we've already got this. So it's going to look a lot like that. And actually, this is not far away. Yeah, edit bin, Elm 19. This will need... Is it Bang? Binsha? Rebar is one of these, isn't it? User bin and... oh, eScript. Well, or not. Program files, not Elm Platform. 19. I don't know if that goes on the front or the end. And is this actually in my path? Nope. So that might have been only in my Windows path. Oh my gosh. What a mess. Oh, that actually worked. We got our asdiff shims. Elm env. Oh, what is the process order of path? Does the last one win, or does the first one win? Also, we have Elm Platform 18 twice. This is a pending. So actually that bash profile doesn't appear to need this. Documents. Yep, Elm 18. So Elm 19. Oh, you know what? I think I have to. In the other thing I saw, they were actually doing an export. Elm 19. Nope, as diff shims. Okay, it's running. Maybe it has to be bash because it's bash? I'd expect this to go at either the front or the end. How to update bash path from script. Get the full path to itself. Add a path to path. Whether you want to add opt bin to the end. Or at the beginning. You don't need already in the environment. Okay. Well, path should already be in the environment. And this actually is one where we want to go to the end. Or to the beginning. And it's just not working. So right now the only way to make this work, well, maybe I can't script it. It ends up happening in the subshell rather than in the shell. That's not it. What the heck? Oh, right. I probably did Control C. Well, no. Oh, I typoed something. Oh, I might need... There's back quotes on that. Oh, I was doing 019.0 in emul... Wait. Where is it? I know it was in here twice. 0.18 bin. Okay. So, yeah. So I still don't have a way for this to update its parent shell. Replace the so the setting with an export command. Code of the bash program. Adding a directory to the path. Getting to a single user's path. Bash profile. No, this is like static setup stuff. I want to do this on a project by project basis. Okay, so what does something like Elm add? Oh, they set up shims. And then update the shims. Well, how does that work in a... That would be a global system setting, wouldn't it? Anyway, so it looks like... Well, that's only the execution path. Well... Alright, so if we have a one we've never done before... And none of these are super convenient. Source. Okay, so I have to manually source the file for it to be able to update stuff. Or is it checking for the existence of the directory? Echo path. Nope. So this is not useful as an actual bin. It's just a script. It's not even directly executable, really. Oh. Got removed. And does it work? Oh, wait. So we still have to fix the path as well. Oh, this is the one we were just testing that. So start Gnome project. I don't think the command set's really changed. Now, how do we define app or library? I guess they just give you an outline and let it work from there. All right, how are we doing on time? All right, from now we're gonna start poking at version checking. Elm O.19 package update tool. So CD, well, actually make dir doesn't even work because of the folder permissions. So new folder, where'd they put that? Elm, I guess what we really want to do is say what version is the package, what version does the package support? Elm package update. And now we do Elm init. Okay. Wow, it actually just failed because it couldn't make a directory. Oh. Oh, so we need to, yeah, we probably had Elm added to this before. Defender. This is under protection settings. This basically is it. Oh, we don't have to do all the Elm apps separately now. x86, Elm, 19, bin, Elm. I guess we'll see what the advice here is. Oh. Okay, so how do you copy these in this shell? Control insert. I guess we were on a link that did that. Oh. What? What? No, just shut up. The heck did we copy? We got our angle bracket. Wait, there's two kinds of Elm JSON now. Which kind did it give us, and why are they not mentioning this? Application. Elm JSON for applications. Okay, so doc Elm JSON. So they're assuming that most people are going to be creating applications, and when they get to libraries, they'll figure it out. Okay. Don't know what we're doing there. Package update, binaries. Oh, type application. There we go. Oh, interesting. They've got indirect dependencies up top now. We don't have an Elm stuff yet. There's not even a file to make, so I don't think we can build just yet. They probably Elm package install. Oh, maybe it's just Elm install. No. Right, because it does certain things that are somewhere global now. So maybe there is no Elm stuff? Okay, so that at least begins the process. I've got a DAT file. Oh, dip. Unpackage update. JS file. I thought it defaulted to HTML. Oh no, I'll create one JS file out of all of them. Alright, well, it says dependencies ready. Maybe all those things will be installed. So, I don't know. I have to figure out where to start with this. Might want to have something else for reference. Although, we should also, where was the upgrade guide? Command lining. Okay, they at least mentioned the difference here. Some functions changed, modules moved, packages moved. Okay, so some of this stuff will end up affecting us. Otherwise, I think it should be the same. What would... I guess any old project will give us some basics. Hey, why did you change on me? All right, so we could have figured this much out. Module, Elm, package, update. Kind of fudge these. Really, it's probably just main. It sometimes ends up being a child module. Now, some of this might be the things that have changed. Functions changed, modules moved, packages. Well, packages don't directly affect. Well, they affect my current pre-existing ones. Modules moved, so I guess we've still got HTML. Actually, we might not have HTML at the top level. I expect we're going to need a lot of things, but... so I don't yet know what messages are. So I guess the way to bootstrap this as something sort of useful would be to like hardcode a package list. So we've got a message, we've got a model. There's actually nothing right now. Now, HTML program I know changed. Browser element and browser document. This is probably going to be more or less a document. So they just assume flags. Main equals, oh, it's going to have to import browser. Browser.document. Init equals init, view equals... we might as well just make a view module. Kind of how we're always going to do things. Update equals update. It's going to be nothing. Subscriptions. We'll probably end up with subscriptions. That's why I didn't stop doing sandbox. And view returns a document now. You can set the title. That is something we're going to have to watch out, though, because, well... Yeah, so this is the annoying thing about this setup. Is that view functions are not naturally recursive. And body isn't even an HTML message. All right, so our view is actually not going to do title, I think. You see, I could almost not mention HTML here. I guess what we do is we do view.document, which has the title and body. And then we have a regular view that's, you know, normally what we would have. So that you can actually make it potentially a submodule type thing. Init. So this is forced to be a flags. The type. Now that's what is the type of flags? I guess it's just flags. Init flags, we don't care. I'm probably going to get something complaining at me that I'm going to have an unused value now, aren't I? Well, it's not an auto update, so. Flags were not something I needed very often. Update message, model command message. And we need subscriptions. These almost always end up being a batch. I don't know if it will accept an empty array, but we'll find out, I guess. And then we should be able to do Elm Reactor for now. No, I had one. Oh, okay. Right, because it has to do ports. All right. Is it 8,000? Okay. Yeah, we haven't made the view module. And as a baseline, messages will come later. View document. Import HTML. Import HTML.attributes. Almost certainly to need HTML events. We'll get to. Presumably this. It'd be nice to have some setup on this at some point. Smells like key. Oh, and JSON encoder and decoder external packages. They might be in the default package thing though. All right, so we have a document is a title. And is it document? Oh, document is a browser thing. Okay. But it is just this. So no, it's body. Is a list of view. So document model is a view of the model. And a view of the model is a div of nothing right now. What? Oh, I didn't actually import view, did I? Yep. Oh. Last argument document is not what I expected. Title string. Adaptate. Okay, so that's when I was calling that out. Adaptate. Exactly. Okay, so example, please. And you see, this is allowed to be a whatever. Do we have... Yes. So... They step through this stuff. I just don't remember where they step through it. Browser.document. Where's the program? Yeah. Yeah, this is for URL stuff. It's like, sure, but it's going to get into document junk anyway. What can you tell us about flags? Oh, I have to type. Oh, this is the type for application, though. Model and message is fine. And I guess the normal style of this is indent that, which indents that. And there's actually nothing in here. We could probably go into view and, you know, do something a little bit more productive like text high. Okay, so we have a skeleton of an Elm program. Also, I'm curious about what's in Elm stuff these days. Or the other project. Elm package update. Oh, yeah, they don't have a package breakdown because all the packages are in... Huh. Might make the working with local versions of libraries easier. I'm not sure. But in any case, we need to git ignore for Elm stuff. And Elm JSON browser core. And we pretty much assume we're doing that stuff. And they all depend on this. We don't depend on this. So core is reasonable. We actually are doing browser and HTML, so yeah, that's fine. O.19 app. Skeleton. Okay. So this is what we look like here. Direct dependency is going to have to be updated. Although I'm really only, at the moment, concerned about Elm package right now. Which, okay, so, yeah, so we'll only worry about this. Let us just stick this in somewhere as a working example. So here's kind of some data. Eventually this will be in the model, but sample package equals big quote. And did I copy this right? I did not copy this right. All right. So we can have, well, we know the ultimate point of this is to have packages. Although this will probably end up being a data type. And okay, so this is our data definitions. So we will have a package text as a string, and even that's a start. We have packages as a list of package. So when we init, is a, well, eventually this will be a proper list. So for now, we just have package, simp package, and we'll eventually have a way to, some sort of constructor that does more interesting things with this. Oh, we actually have to start up our reactor again. Oh, well, aren't you special? Auto reload of some sort. I guess it just kept polling for the server to come back up. All right, so package text. The only thing of interest to us is the list of dependencies it has. But to do that, We're only going to worry about 018 dependencies right now. So we can... well, getting the versions is the first step. Getting the list of packages is the first step. So we need a package decoder. Package. Wow. That... Well, there's a pretty hard encouragement to change versions. Getting JSON document unknown structure. Package info. Oh, but this is 019. So somebody wrote it. Well, we don't even need a full decoder. So what we need... Oh, did I just completely change the window? Is the JSON decoders. Without writing encoder and decoder. Oh, it just directly types things, then you deal with it in Elm code. Okay. So, changes. I swear I used to have key combo for this. Somehow I've forgotten it. I think I get that mixed up in the OSX terminal. Move to Elm JSON. No sign there's any significant changes to it. We just have to install it. Elm install. Yep. So I probably wouldn't be able to reference it there, is how that would work. So import. Oh, I usually like to have a module for this so I can just have all the helpers available. Module package exposing package import JSON.decode All right, we've got the package type, which is going to need an upgrade because it's going to have a dependencies, I guess, of dependency, right? And a dependency is that a record? Or is it a dependency name? Wait, how does that work? Yeah, it's like a message. Name version range. And then we'll have to get into... Do I even care about the package version itself, since the point is we're going to have to update them? I don't know. Maybe I don't. What we're going to care about is whether that package supports Elm 19. Actually, if there's any API to this, they're only listing 019 packages. The previous version of this would show you packages updated for 19 and then look like faded out ones from previous versions. They've taken a much more user hostile path on the 19 package list. This might actually just be string names. And then package is a decoder of package. All right, so it's been a little bit been in JSON decoders. So we need map package to we don't decode. Huh. So really I'm just decoding the dependencies out of the package. I mean, I guess I can still have this type here for convenience. And maybe I could have a function that takes the string and does all the stuff with it. But that would actually make it a string to package. And then dependencies of right, there's a decode string method. That's the decoder. Dependencies is a decoder of list string. And this is... We want to take field dependencies and decode... Ooh. Well, field dependencies. That's going to have to be key value pairs. Dict. Dict would be kind of easier because I think that there's a dict.keys method. Although it's sort of more key value pairs. So it'd be a key value pair string, and then we'd have to map. Is there even a tuple first these days? Yeah, there's a tuple dot first. Man, I almost want to have this as a separate decoder. Key value pairs of string. How does that work? We take this and map it over. And it has to all be a function. You can't list this up as a processing pipeline per se. Well, you can sort of do this as a map tuple.first. Oh, this has to be a list map, though. I mean, you can still decode that. And then we do map list.map tuple.first. Import package exposing package. And then init package, really. And see how many mistakes we made. List type needs one argument. Decoder, oh, list of string. This is not a function, it was given one argument. Yeah, I just had this in the wrong place. Was typing something else out. Oh, you're a decoder. So a decoder returns a result, right? So actually we have to do this. Case of, okay, deps gets us a package text deps. And error message gets us a package text empty list. And we should probably say something about that. Is an error? Okay. And package decode failure. Package. There you go. Interesting. Especially in Reactor. So now we want our view to take. So to set this up as an array that just happens to have that right now. Model.packages. List.map. To, I guess, a package view. HTML message. Package. Oh. Small problem with that. You know what? I usually do something like display package to avoid that problem. And I guess we should really make this like, can you make that UL for the time being? And this can be an li of just well, we want the text. And probably we're going to want to pull out the package name at some point. And we want, oh, this is also going to be a list of list.map just a list of strings. Surely I messed something up there. Ah, yes. What did I call it? Package text. Oh, I said these to text. What we really want is text and then li. How do I construct a singleton? All right, so that is a basic extraction. Extract list of dependencies. Now, does my sample even have a package name? Yeah, user project. So I might have to either update these or just have a UI that better explains it, or just have a ability to put a string on it in the UI, because you never know what the package itself is going to be saying. I mean, as useful as updating that in the original might be, we don't necessarily know that it is going to be updated, especially if we're going and fetching something from a repository where we can't touch it. So I'm going to want, at some point, and actually there's nothing here that we can really use. So I guess, you know what, we can initialize it from repository. And then maybe give the UI a way to overload it in the future? That will affect what we persist, but that's a persistence issue. So, package name string. So now it turns into more of a full-fledged decoder. Which is a little awkward. Well, I guess I could have a function that curries to a decoder, maybe. So if we have like, 'cause right now this is just the dependencies part. Package name decoder of string. Field. Actually, normally I do field and then interesting. Anyway, repository string, map that. So, I know regex got removed from core, and so I was been trying to move away from it in general. That's Elm upgrade itself. Okay. 2 float, 2 int, 2 string. Style changed. Yeah, regex. Elm parser. And this apparently got some of the blessed operators. I mean, it was an okay use of it, but it's still a little obtuse. All right. That's a kind of URL, but we still have to pick apart the path. It is a kind of URL parser. So this would all show up as path. Actually, it would show up as all of this. Multiple segments. Yeah, actually, this won't help with the extensions, I don't think. So we could use it to grab just the path part. Which really we could do from string dot path. Import URL. And we need to map this string over URL dot, oh, okay, this is going to be technically a maybe, isn't it? URL dot from string, which is a maybe URL. Maybe dot map dot path. Maybe dot with default Would it be appropriate to say that has no name? We've kind of lost the original string. I guess maybe it's reasonable. Now, we need some sort of package decoder. I guess I make this a package for simplicity. And map package no text. No, we do it. We make it string to that. Package decoder text as a map package text over package name dependencies, and then actually takes care of, well, it eventually takes care of that. Name is a maybe string. So decode string package decoder text. This becomes a pack. I might be able to just use this now, which will just kind of push this code out. And the package decoder text is a little weird. Or we do the annoying part and make this a result package json.decode.error. Oh, gotta restart reactor. Decoders. Package decoder text. Package decoder's definition. Wait. Oh, let's forget the equal signs. Oh, and I got these backwards. Oh, and this becomes a map 2. And now init probably got something weird that it didn't expect. Package.package. Oh yeah, this becomes. So now we have to deal with the. We pushed up the maybes here, or all the error handling. That does the decode string. But it doesn't handle what happens if there's nothing. Okay. Pack, give me an array of that, and air, give me an empty array. And now we do in, I guess it's simple enough. Okay. Now, hopefully our view can use that. Oh, because it's a maybe. You know what? We're going to text regardless. What? Looks like some kind of foreign language. Okay. So we'll eventually need a way to override this and maybe store that somewhere. I guess for the time being, it will be sufficient to see if these exist on Elm package. But I'll have to figure out how to actually pull that if there's like an API or anything next time. Extract package repository name. We dropped the git if we want to be a little bit fancier. Where did I pull out? Probably only going to be one dot git. Yeah, that's n characters. Well, it would have to be a conditional, like if ends with, then drop. Maybe not math path. Well, they're pretty much married to GitHub right now, so we can really, for the most part, drop right 4. It's going to be parentheses. Oh, string. Oh, and this is going to be a maybe.map. Could do this instead. Wait. Wow, I'm still not caught up. Okay. All right, and that we will have to pick up in the future as far as where we I mean, probably if we start poking at network on this. Oh, I'm filtered to okay, and that might be... Oh. No, it's just going to be the entire list of packages. Okay. Well, that will tell us all the things that exist in O.19, and then if this ever gets extended to O.20, we'll have to maybe actually try and find package info and stuff. But we're done for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Joey Chef AP, Stormy Ice Leopard, Deadly Tacos, Kuro Katsuni, Dog and Lake, Dead Makes Games, Ocelot Gaming, Haskell TV, and Too Laugh for to Cry for hosting me. Let's see. Hey, schedule's behaving today. So, this is actually... I actually thought I'd been doing better at the morning stuff for a while. I guess I've just been busy since the job ended. Anyway, Monday, well, and it might actually be down 1 because I loaded this up before starting to see if it was working. But yeah, so most of the coding in the mornings, most of the gaming in the afternoons. Typically off Monday and Tuesday afternoons. I am going to be gone like probably end of this week, start of next week. One of the things I have to do this afternoon is like remind myself exactly what the travel plans are. Probably going to be working on Oxygen Not Included for gaming, and then I guess... Well, I've got this, and I've got the family tree project that we're working on. I think you're almost done. You, I think... it's hard to tell. We're just approaching the start of a previous stream, so hopefully Munglo will still be going. Mooniglow? Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, some I've enjoyed watching in the past. Currently playing with ball physics. Physics are always a challenging area to get working in games and other things. Well, yeah, if you're looking for someplace cool to hang out, that's someplace cool to hang out. Thanks for hanging out with me. Goodbye, and until tomorrow.